Question for Max, please. On your first 5 laps on intermediate tyres, you started to kind of lose a little bit of time to Fernando. I think it was about 5 seconds in the first 5 laps. Could you just kind of explain basically whether it was just a case of getting the tyres warmed in and then how you're able to kind of stabilise that and then expand your gap? Thank you.
Yeah, it was quite hectic towards the end, but also I think the whole race was all about like management. Because Fernando starting on the hard made me do a very long stint, probably almost double to what we would have liked. But because of the rain in the area, we couldn't really stop. I mean, if it would have been nice and sunny, I would have stopped with the hard tire on, and then you catch up and you wait until Fernando does his pit stop. But yeah, we couldn't do that because the risk of rain was around. So I had to stay out. The tires were graining. I had to go through that graining phase, which wasn't that easy. But then luckily it picked up a little bit. But then, of course, it started to rain. And yeah, with really worn tires to go through there was not really enjoyable. It clipped a few barriers, especially on my in-lap, I think. It was very, very difficult. But even on the intermediates after that, it was still very slippery through the second sector. It was quite wet there. And yeah, I had a big lead and I didn't want to risk trying to be the same pace or faster and then end up in the wall. You know, you have to be a little bit more careful. It's just, yeah, not take too much risk, but at the same time, of course, not drive too slow. I think I had Lando in my gearbox as well. So at one point, I was like, well, I do need to speed up a bit. But yeah, it's not a comfortable situation to be in, you know, when it's like that around here in the wet. But luckily, after like 5 laps, I changed a few things on the steering wheel as well to just give me a bit of a better balance, and that definitely helped as well.
What was your reaction when you looked across and saw Fernando on the hard tyre at the start?
I mean, I wasn't really shocked or anything, but because of the weather, I knew that my first stint could be a long one.
And of course, this is your 39th win for Red Bull, surpassing Sebastian Vettel's tally for the team. What does that mean to you?
It's if you have a good car for a while, you know, you can break these kind of numbers. But yeah, it's great. I mean, I would have never thought that I would be in this position in my career when I grew up. I mean, I wanted to be a Formula One driver, and that now winning these races is amazing. It's better than I could have ever imagined, for sure.